Hello and welcome to another daily video. My name is Trevor and I am here to bridge the gap between the working world and the spiritual world. In today's video, I'm going to do a part 2 on how to stop judging yourself and everyone else forever. This is by far my most popular video that I've made in the last 2 weeks. So I'm listening to you all. I know it's a hot topic. It's been the hottest topic in my life in the last year. So much of my growth and transformation has had to do, as I mentioned before, not so much with tacking on superpowers, but letting go of, in a big way, letting go of all the judgments of myself and others. And when I say of others, remember, there really is no judgment of others. There is only judgment of self. Judge not, lest ye be judged, doesn't mean don't judge, because then, those with glass houses don't cast the first stone. That's not what that means. What that means is the very act of judging someone or something else is a judgment of yourself. And I know that might sound like, no, there really are some, and you might be thinking of some extreme, so we shouldn't judge really bad people who do really bad things. Well, let's just dial it back. Let's not go straight there and be like, let's just think about how this could apply. Let's just be open to the possibility of it in our own lives. And then you can look and see for yourself, as I have done in the past year, especially. When I first was introduced to this concept, I also had a lot of resistance to it. Like, my friends are idiots sometimes, or that person really was wearing some stupid shoes and they needed me to judge them for that. I know. So if you're there, that's okay. The message of this as well, before I get into the steps, I'm gonna take you step by step on how to actually do this. And there's a lot that's underneath it. Again, this has been the core of the work that I've been doing intensively with a coach, meeting for 2 hours every other week for over a year now. So think of this whole journey, the journey of what I would say is your mental health on the scale of taking your mental health to extraordinary levels where you experience so much happiness and love in your life like you never thought was possible. That to me is like extraordinary mental health. It's not some separate thing. It's the same scale. Because what I've also seen is the same things. I've had friends who've been in inpatient rehab, and I've talked to them about the conversations they had, the books they read, and everything like that. You would be very surprised at how similar that is to what's going on in some senses at like the highest levels of coaching. There are obviously some differences, and everything of course has its place, but I was very surprised to initially find, okay, so this really is a whole continuum. So what we're gonna talk about today is how to stop judging yourself and everyone else. And the first step is awareness. You first have to become aware that you're doing it. Otherwise you have nothing to work with. You gotta know what's there. This is why I say meditation is so important. It's completely critical, I think, to all of this stuff. Like, meditation is cardio and strength for if you're gonna go after some physical endeavor. Because I can tell you how to stop judging people like I can tell you how to squat 500 pounds. Do you wanna know how to squat 500 pounds? It's easy. All you do, bar weight's 45 pounds, so put 455 pounds on the bar, stand under it, stand up with it, maybe take 3 deep breaths, squat all the way down, come back up, and you did it. That's how you squat 5. Now, do you feel comfortable and confident you can go squat 500 pounds now? No, why not? Well, I don't have the strength, I haven't done the training. Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna tell you how to stop judging people, and the good news is, this is stuff that takes place inside the gym of your own mind. Like this, everything about mental health and improving your happiness, these are practicable skills. These are strengths that you can practice just like you would in the gym. Just like you need to work on your cardio. If you're gonna run a marathon, you train for it. If you wanna squat 500 pounds, you train for it. But the other good news is, what happens when you're training for a marathon? What happens when you're working towards the goal and getting stronger? You enjoy the progress along the way. Well, you should, you have to. That's my message to you as well, is enjoy this process. Enjoy the progress that you're making and know you'll never be done. One of the ways that I create myself is to say, I am my own master, which means I know I am never done being a student. There is no done, there is no getting it, there is no getting there. You are where you are, It takes as long as it takes, and you'll never be done. Coming to peace with that and not thinking you need to have it all figured out, or, oh, there I go again, there I slipped up judging myself for someone else again. That's not the game we're playing. If you want to play that game, go somewhere else. That game sucks. It's no fun. The game I'm playing is you're perfect already, and there are things you can do, if you so choose, to bring even more happiness and peace and love and freedom into your life. So step number 1, awareness. You have to become aware that you're doing this at all, that you're casting judgments. And importantly, become aware of what the underlying judgment is. So the words that you hear, the thought you're going to have, is one thing. That's the projection up on the screen when we're watching a movie. But what do we know about this whole movie analogy is what matters is what's in the projector. Who's writing the script? Who are these characters being? What roles are they playing that those are the words that show up on the screen? So it's not about the words that come out of your mouth. Let's take the simple example. I live in New York. There's a lot to be said about how you dress and what kind of shoes you have. And I used to care a lot about dress shoes, and I wanted to wear a different pair of Ferragamos 5 days a week. And then one's into sneakers and things like that. So think about judging someone for how they dress. The judgment might be, that outfit looks stupid. I don't like this or that about the way that person looks. What's really going on, if you look inside yourself, is, okay, so there I go, that person's shoes are stupid. And it's tempting because that gives you a little boost, right? It gives you a little artificial, oh, I get to feel a little bit better because your shoes are stupid, so that means I'm better than you. But we all know that's not real. Hey team, trying to keep these under 8 minutes to respect your time and attention span. We are going to get heavy into the rest of the steps in the next video. Subscribe, like, follow along. Love you all.